U.S. News and World Report named him as Mr. Human Rights, and he is known as the pioneer of American activism. He worked as director of Amnesty International for 12 years, and for decades he has inspired the young generation on how to shake up the world. Jack Healey is currently the head of Human Rights Action Center in Washington, and today he sits down with me to talk about the oppressive societies around the world and what advocates did and are doing to begin their movements. Thank you, Jack, for joining me today. Jack, you have been a longtime supporter of Burma, one of the most oppressive societies in the world. How did you become so involved?
In about 1990, I met Michael Ayres, the husband of Aung San Suu Kyi, and I promised him my support. 1999, I went to Rangoon. I wanted to meet Aung San Suu Kyi. So I told her about meeting Michael Ayres in Boston, and she was pleased to hear that. And I asked her what she might need, what I could help with. And one was to take back a message of unity among her people and to stay strong and to stay unified.
Thank God for Amnesty International. And God keep safe Aung San Suu Kyi.
Jack Healey put Burma on the map through the use of music, art, and media. In 2004, he helped release a CD called The Lady in dedication to Aung San Suu Kyi, where 27 artists such as MIA, Eric Clapton, and U2 united in support of human rights and for the Lady of Burma to be free. In 2008, Jack endorsed a YouTube social media campaign named Burma, It Can't Wait, where famous celebrities took part in raising awareness about the country.
Time for life to shine.
You've done your fair share of videos and filmmaking to raise awareness, especially for the country Burma. I saw your YouTube campaign of Burma, It Can't Wait, starring many celebrities from Jim Carrey to a personal favorite of mine, Kim Kardashian. So what do you think these videos can actually do for the Burmese people, especially when there's restriction in the country?
Social media is really the weapon of the young of the world. You know, mostly everybody in what's seen as the third world or the second and third worlds, the majority are young people. Half Africa is under 21. 60% of Iran is under 25. I mean, it's an amazing time. In Burma, most of the people are young. 60% of Haiti is under 15. So the technology, social networking, that is the power of the young, and that technology has come online almost for them in a way. So I think in time, the Burmese military will have to deal with the social network, and it'll be busy.
Burma. I was kidding. I wrote my whole thesis on Burma. It's a terrible situation over there.
Ugh, I know, it's awful.
The corrupt military regime has control, even though Aung San Suu Kyi's National League of Democracy won over 82% of the seats in the 1990 national elections. How do I look?
So Aung San Suu Kyi has been recently released out of house arrest, and there is a rumor going on that she does want to join Twitter and Facebook avidly. Do you think that since she's been under house arrest for so long and away from the public eye and from the global community, especially the internet community, do you think she'll make that transition to Twitter and to Facebook easily?
I think Aung San Suu Kyi in a way is built for this this generation of Twitters and social network. I think in some ways her facile mind and what she's done with her life for her people, which means she has a true integrity, a deep deep sense of compassion. That's what the young want to feel. Not because she's the leader of Burma, but just as an individual they want to know her. Because that kind of integrity is what moves the social network people. The integrity that was in the Egyptian fight, the nonviolent fight, that's what counted. It's the integrity that counts at a computer for the young. You'll lose them if you don't have integrity. She has that sense of integrity. I think that she'll draw the world to herself.
Healey says that Burma can learn from Egypt. They need to take time and to negotiate with the government, he says. The Egyptian military also played a vital role in the success of the Jasmine Revolution. Joe Klein from Time magazine wrote this article about why Egypt was successful during the protests, and he attributed a lot to the military of Egypt and how the military was actually supporting and helping the demonstrations and the protesters when the Arab Spring was going on in Egypt. That's very different from the military in Burma, who holds the country with an iron fist. I mean, it's the military that shot the demonstrators of the 2007 Saffron Revolution, killing even monks. Do you agree with Joe Klein that military presence is attributed to the success of demonstrations, to the success of democratic movements?
I think in Egypt you have to remember the military almost was always against the people previous to that. They shifted when those kids on Twitter, social networks start changing and going to the street and taking the risk of being in the street again. The military wasn't with them historically. That's a change in Egyptian history. What really the young people represented is the people are making a statement, and the military had no choice. The military had to get with the people because the people then had spoken, and they were in the square, they were making their voice known. So I think militaries can change. There's a switchable nature once the people have spoken, and they have no choice. Because you got to remember, soldiers are citizens too, and they're young soldiers as well. And there's tens of thousands of young people in the military in Burma. So I think they will see what the people want and make a change when that time comes.
Healey believes that ultimately Burma will be free, and that the advent of social media played a vital role in the Arab uprisings, where it helped organize protests and unite the people. The people of Burma will rise, he says, and the Saffron Revolution was just the beginning of the democratic movement for Burma. Kaylin, Voice of America, Washington.